Welcome to the August Energy Report. Let's first take a deep breath together and release. And we'll set the intention that you'll receive just exactly what you need from the card reading today to help you this month of August 2026. I'm Amber Ireland with Journey and Guided. And the first card we're going to pull is just kind of where we are starting out at right now in August. And let's see what the tarot has for us here. Where we're starting off, well, we have the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Nine of Wands and the Eight of Cups. So what I'm seeing here is we're starting off August and we are moving through some old barriers and we are walking away from some things that don't serve us anymore. We've already started on that path. So this is not something new. This is something that we are carrying with us from the beginning of the year. And we are stepping forward and into a space where we've decided that there are some burdens we need to put down. There's some things that we need to let go of. And we've already started the process of walking away and walking towards what is more aligned for us. And so let's see what, what a challenge could be for us this month, as we've already kind of made that decision. We're walking into the month in that type of an energy. Maybe we haven't quite taken all of the steps yet. The challenge being the Six of Cups here. Nostalgia, right? Looking back over the past and wondering if we're making the right decision, right? Looking back at the way things used to be and becoming nostalgic about that, becoming nostalgic about old relationship patterns, old ways that we used to show up in our life, old people that we used to be with, right? And as we walk away, we kind of get into this space of what I'm hearing is grief, right? And and you can call it regret, but it's mostly grief, right? As we walk away from things that no longer serve us, just because we know that they're not aligned doesn't mean that we don't grieve the loss, right? Or grieve the ending. And so that could be a challenge this month, right? Is the grieving of the endings, or do we choose to let that nostalgia take us away and pull us back into ways of being that we know are no longer aligned for us? But let's see what our next, let's say the best course of action for us this month. Like, where are our opportunities, I guess, for August? We looked at the challenges. We looked at where we are right now. Well, we've got the six. So we've got some sixes here. We've got the Six of Swords here as our opportunity. Our opportunity is for us to, the swords are about our mindset. It's about what we think. And as we're moving into the Six of Swords, we have the opportunity to change our mindset and to move forward and leave the old things behind. We have an opportunity to change the mindset around the places that felt nostalgic, right? We can still honor them and say, that was a part of my life and maybe it was good for a while, but it's not anymore. And now I am going to allow myself to change my thinking around that and move forward in the way that I know is right for me. And let's see what maybe some of our outcomes could be this month. We have a lot of swords here. Well, we have the Seven of Swords, the Two of Swords, and then the Eight of Wands here as far as outcomes go. And what I'm seeing this being is kind of like the outcomes as to whether or not you choose to allow the nostalgia to pull you back into what you know is no longer aligned, or if you choose to change your way of thinking and go ahead and move forward with what you know is right for you, right? I see the Two of Swords sitting between these two cards. The Two of Swords is asking us to make a decision as to what we're going to do. And we might not actually have all the information that we want in order to make that decision, right? We're worried about, well, if I walk away from this, is there going to be something for me over here? And, if I go in this direction, who's going to be upset on this side, right? But what I'm seeing is that we need to make a decision. And if we make the decision that's in alignment, since this card kind of is the first card or the last in the series, I see this being, if you make the choice in alignment, you're going to start moving forward more quickly. If you make the choice to revisit the old, to ruminate in the space that you know you no longer belong, we're going to be in the Seven of Swords energy, which is going to feel like, I'm hearing the word betrayal to the self, right? It's going to feel like you have made so much progress in the way that you are walking in alignment. And then now there is a space where you feel like you're kind of going backward. And so that's the choice, right? That's the choice that we get to make. Do we want to sit in this space? Do we want to like rehash the past over and over again? And, sometimes we do, and we'll learn what we need to learn, regardless if we choose to do that or if we choose to move forward. It's your path, and you get to choose where you're going to go with this. But I think August brings a really nice energy that we get to start moving forward in alignment if we choose to. And so let's pull one oracle card to just kind of sum it up for us here. So the oracle deck that I'm going to use is the Angels and Ancestors oracle deck. So let's see what sums up August for us. And I encourage you, if you're watching this at the beginning of August, that's great. Maybe save it so you can watch it in the middle and at the end. If you are seeing this past August, think back to August and what was going on in your life then and how this resonated for you. And what we have is Guardian Angel. You are not alone. You are not alone. And I think that does sum up August nicely, because as we start to take steps towards walking more in our truth and in alignment, oftentimes the people and the places around us begin to fall away. Not everyone is going to be cheering for you to change, right? Because you served a place in their story when you were behaving in ways that maybe weren't in alignment for you, but were helpful to them. And so when we start moving forward, sometimes we feel lonely as we're grieving the loss of things that used to be. We begin to feel lonely. And I think this is a beautiful reminder that you are never alone, that you are always divinely supported, that your guides and your ancestors are always around you, supporting you on the path as you move through it. And so when you're starting to feel that way, tap into your inner resource, into the divine, into God, or whatever you want to call that entity, and know that you are always supported as you move forward on your path. I hope that this message helps. Let me know in the comments how your August is going, and I will see you again next month in September for your energy forecast.